Hey ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to look at solving equations with rational exponents. This is the second day on solving equations with radicals, but today is just going to be rational exponents. Some needs for today. Notes, pen or a pencil, and then some kind of calculator will be good. So, solving equations. Same idea as yesterday. Getting the x alone, that's exactly what you want to do. Using some inverse operations to accomplish this. Add or subtract, multiply and dividing, taking a square root or squaring, taking the fourth root, taking the fifth root, cubing and cube rooting, and then also doing some reciprocal fractions, so 2/5 and multiplying that by 5/2 just to cancel that out. And then remember, you're always going to want to check your work and your solutions. Make sure you don't get any extraneous solutions. So let's jump in. Let's do the first problem together. So very first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get x alone. So let's add 12. Just normally like you would have done. And you're going to have 3x to the 2/5 equals 12. My next step, that's right, we're going to divide by 3. We're going to have x to the 2/5 equals 12 divided by 3, that's 4. Now, you're saying, Miss Marsh, how do you take care of a 2/5? Let me show you. Do you remember, this is a little side note off to the side here. Do you remember when we did a to the m over n and we made that n to the m? We're going to do that. So this is going to become the fifth root of x squared. Notice how numerator became all here, denominator became the little index. So now we need to break this down. First you got to take care of that squared. So opposite of squared, that is square root. Now, if you remember, what did I talk about when you do an even power root? Plus or minus, correct. So we need to take a look at that plus or minus. So I have the fifth root of x equals plus or minus 2. Marvelous. So now, I need to get rid of this fifth root. So, I'm going to take it to the fifth power. I'm going to take it both sides to the fifth power. So that's going to cancel that out. I'm going to be left with x equals 2 to the fifth. We know that is 32, right? So plus or minus 32. So we have two answers for this problem. A positive 32 and a negative 32. So we need to check that. Put those in for x here. So I have 3 times 32 to the 2/5 minus 12. So 32 to the 5th, that is 1/5, that's 2. To the 2nd, that's 4. 3 times 4, that's 12. That does equal 0. So 32, positive 32 works. Let's check the negative 32. So 3 times negative 32 to the 2/5 minus 12. And this is easy, a calculator problem. You can put this in your calculator. Negative 32 to the 5th is negative 2. Negative 2 squared, 4. 4 times 3. 12 minus 12, 0. So it works. This is the correct, neither of these are oopsie answers, both of them work. So let's try this one. We need to first get this stuff alone. So let's add this 1 to both sides. Take care of that first. So I'm going to have x plus 2 to the 3/4 power. 7 plus 1, we know that's 8. Now, we can't touch this 2 inside. He's in parentheses. So let's take care of it. Let's change this around. So we're going to have the fourth root of x plus 2. That's what's in parentheses, right? To the third power equals 8. So now, we need to get rid of that third power. So we are going to cube root both sides. Gone. So we got fourth root of x plus 2 equals cube root of 8 is 2. Notice it's an odd power. I don't need a plus or minus. No plus or minus there. Get rid of that 4th root, so we're going to take it to the 4th power. So we're going to be left with x plus 2, whatever's under the radical. 2 to the 4th, that is 16. Subtract 2. X must be 14. So now, let's do a check here. 14 plus 2 to the 3/4 minus 1 should be 7. Okay, 14 plus 2, that's 16. Let's think here. Well, I should finish writing, shouldn't I? 4th root of 16, well, that's just 2. 2 to the 3rd, 8 minus 1. 8 minus 1 is 7. So this does check out perfectly. No problems there. Last problem for the video. So just like last time, let's subtract 3 from both sides. I have x plus 2 to the 1/3 equals 7 minus 3, 4. Let's convert that. So that's going to be the cube root of x plus 2. Nothing on the outside because there's going to be technically a 1 there. We don't have to worry about that. Take it to the 3rd power. X plus 2 equals 4 to the 3rd. That is 64. No plus or minus. Not an even root. We're not even square rooting even. Minus 2. X equals 62. Wait, what are you saying? Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Gotta check it. So let's pop that 62 in. So we have 62 plus 2 to the 1/3 plus 3 equals 7. 62 plus 2, that's 64. 64 to the 1/3, basically cube root of 64, that's 4. So I have 4 plus 3 equals 7. 4 plus 3, well, that's just 7 in disguise. Marvelous. I got the answer, and it checks out wonderfully. And that's the end of the video. Have a good night.